Shout out to all my bro people. Let's get that overtime in because you can't pay rent without it. That's messed up. If you work your regular job and if you don't do overtime, you won't be able to pay your rent. So you got to do overtime every single week. I've heard situations like that. I'm somewhat in that situation. I just don't have to work overtime every single week. Anyway, let's get to this last episode. Somebody's told me that it's really good, so we got to check it out. All right. How do I live without you?
You weren't born to be king, Loki. You were born to cause pain and suffering.
He was born to be a king. No, I don't want to hear that. He was born to be a king.
The timekeepers are all that stand between us and full-scale calamity.
If y'all didn't know, but some people pronounce the word king as Kang.
They weren't real. So why do you think that changes anything? That changes everything.
She was a psycho this whole time.
I think whatever that connection is can bring this whole place down. This is new for me. I'm on the Ventus.
I can help you if you trust me.
The way she said that, man, made me want to trust her.
Beyond the void at the end of time. That thing is just that guard dog protecting you anyway.
How do you get past the guard dog?
I'm going to enchant it.
He's pretty confident.
I liked old Loki. That was cool. Old Loki was dope. Kid Loki was cool too. Bald Loki, not so much. Alligator Loki, not really, but he was interesting. Just because he was a gator.
Where you go, Tic Tac?
That's how you punish.
Well, go no more. You wouldn't have heard of me. Dance off, bro. A friend from work. I can do this all.
What?
I'll show you first.
As for the faster baby.
We have a resurrection.
They got different phrases from the entire MCU in the opening. That caught me off guard. My man Korg was in there. I'm digging that. All right. What the heck is this? Bunch of black holes. Are they traveling into that little dimension, that pocket dimension? It's just one little floating asteroid out in the middle of nothing. I mean, nothing's around it but a castle. I mean, well, the castle is there, and then there's nothing around that. It's got to be born in there. He must have a PS5 in there or something. All the beans are riding on this last episode. I put this and WandaVision above Falcon and the Winter Soldier, even though I thought that was good too. So basically, we're fighting to see which one's going to take first place. So far, if this doesn't go that well, we giving it to WandaVision. But if this is good, it's this. Funny thing is, it went the opposite way of what I was expecting. I thought that before it came out, I thought it was going to be Loki was going to be last, then WandaVision, and then first would be Falcon and Winter Soldier. It might be the opposite. It's looking that way.
Why don't you tell me not to kick the door in?
Not made a difference.
Well, if you think it's a bad idea, I prefer you to speak your mind.
Kang up in there. He in there. Kang he's up in there. He probably gonna be in his pajamas.
Everything okay?
Yeah, just need a moment.
Right. It's just more.
Loki, shut up. I was pruned before you even existed. I have been waiting for this moment my entire life. I just need a second to get my head straight, okay?
Sure. Of course.
She wasn't pruned before he existed. She was on the run before he existed. Yo, the door just opened. So he knows they there. I don't like the door closing behind me. Why the castle so dreary? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if I'm going to be in Miss Minutes, she knew.
Welcome to the Citadel at the end of time.
Come on.
So Miss Minutes knew the whole time.
Y'all had an awfully long journey to get here. He's impressed.
Who's impressed?
He who remains.
And who is he?
Kang.
He created all, and he controls all. At the end, it is only he who remains. And he wants to offer you a deal. He's been making a few creative adjustments, and he's worked it out so we can reinsert both of y'all back into the timeline in a way that won't disrupt things.
You'll disrupt things.
Mm-hmm. The TVA can keep doing its vital work, and y'all can live the lives you've always wanted.
And what have we always wanted?
Now, don't play coy with me, mister. You know how.
This whole time, I thought that, what's her name? Raona, or whatever the girl name. Sharona, whatever the girl. I thought she was going to be at the top. Turns out this whole time, Miss Minutes was at the top, which makes sense because she's not an actual person. You know what I mean? So if he's going to have, if Kang is going to have a stand-in at the TVA, it's more likely would be a something that's not alive. You can't turn on him. It's not going to give up his information because what you going to do? Torch it? You know what I mean? So that makes sense.
We got into this mess.
What?
The Battle of New York, silly. You versus those self-righteous Avengers. How would you like to win? But not just there. You can kill Thanos. You want the Infinity Gauntlet? Yours.
Why would they do all that?
No problem.
That's too much.
You, Missy.
Too good to be true.
All those years on the run, desperate, alone.
Gotta be a
How
trick.
would you like to wake up tomorrow with just a lifetime of happy memories? Two Lokis in the same place.
Both of us. Together on the timeline.
It's crazy, but he could make it work. All of it. Everything. Exactly the way you've all.
America's Second says, I bet Thor is the main villain. Come on, man, stop it.
Always wanted. And you can have it all together.
Ain't no way it's Thor. Nah.
It's fiction.
We write our own destiny now.
Oh, sure you do. Good luck with that.
Miss Minutes took off. Okay, that's bad. That's bad news. She's going to warn Kang. I forgot the girl name is. Rahona, whatever her name is.
Hi there.
What took you so long?
Sorry. Some things had to get worked. I'm downloading the files you need now.
This isn't what I asked for.
I know. Be more useful. Who? Happy Ring. Happy. This isn't what I asked for. I know, but he thinks this will be more useful. Who? Happy Ring.
She know who it is, but she don't know who it is. She knows the guy at the top.
He who remains.
Why does he live in a castle like that? If it was me and I got my own castle like that, it would be plush. They just want to make him look evil. Evil. That's what it's about. Jonathan Majors, where you at? It's hard to believe everything's going to be wrapped up in this one episode. One of the statues is broken. What is that about? They're walking into a room full of statues. One of them's broke.
Are we sure he's even still alive?
It's dust all over the place. That's why Loki said, are you sure he's still alive? Because it looks like nobody's there. Like nobody lives there. Oh, maybe in the back of the castle where he's at, it's like plush. Jonathan Majors. Kang. It's the Kangs right here. It's the Kangs, man. It's John. Look, but he doesn't have the blue face or nothing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the blue face is from the suit or something. He's not wearing the suit or nothing. He's just sitting there chilling. But why is he just sitting there? Like, it's got to be something. He got to have a PlayStation or something, Xbox or something, a PC, Master Race or something. He's not just sitting there just, looking at a wall, right? Okay, why would you care after 1,000,000 years? Care about what? Kang has no powers. Yeah, I know he ain't got no power. He's got technology. That's his powers, the suit and whatnot. Why would I care after 1,000,000 years? I have no clue what you're talking about.
This is wild. The two of you, same person. I mean, it's a little.
Oh, he says, why would you care about how the place look after millions of years? No, it's not about how the place look. First off, is a couple things. First off, when you first go in there, you might look and say, "No, why is it all somber, quiet, dreary?" You know what I mean? Like that's when you first walk in there. Now, here's another thing. Why wouldn't you want it plush in terms of just being comfortable? Like what I'm also trying to say is, why is it looking like that in the first place? You understand? Maybe that's not his castle. Maybe that was somebody else's castle, and he moved in. Then in that case, then yeah, I just leave it the way it was. But I don't know why he would want it like this.
Unnatural. Wow.
He who remains.
He who remains. She still calling me out. Creepy.
Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to put y'all up on game. He who remains is a separate character in the MCU. I mean, not in the MCU, in the in Marvel, like in the comics. It's a whole separate character, if I'm not mistaken. But in the MCU, they're saying he who remains. I guess that's what they call him now. Like basically, he's the same person. But he who remains in the comics is somebody completely different. So they combined it, both of them, if I'm not mistaken. Unless there is another he who remains, but it's not him. It's the Kangs. Okay, let's see.
Right. I like it. Come on, let's talk in my office.
I'm like, man, after all them time you tried to prune me, man, we gonna be cautious. And he just by himself, he got his back turned to him.
You're just a man.
Yep.
Don't tell me I'm a disappointment.
No. Just a little bit easier to kill.
Yep. She tried to take him out. He wasn't scared at all. Like, he had his back turned to him the entire time. And they're looking like, wait, this guy's just a regular dude. So shouldn't we be able to take him out? Now, if all this is going on, they got to figure out what is it? Like, is it magic or what? It's technology.
Go on.
He's not. It's, if I'm not mistaken, like every time I seen Kang, like in the what you call them in the comics or in the TV show, not live action, but like in the cartoon, he was like super serious. This guy's like really playful. And so far it seems okay to me.
Please. Take a seat.
Still got the sword drawn.
Loki. Loki.
What's in those? It's probably some poison. Man, this office all dreary and what? Come on, man, it's crazy. What's going on, Anime Tales?
I said I wasn't to be disturbed.
Well, you're not going to be happy to see me.
Uh-oh. Mobius. He about to prune this girl.
If anyone was ever going to make it back from the void.
And I'm not talking about hitting her with that stick. You're going to hit her with a different stick. Okay, your boy Jonathan Majors making the surprise appearance. Right! That really was a surprise to me. I always thought it was Kang. But I didn't think that Jonathan Majors was going to be just standing right there, like the Kang's just right there. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't think so. I thought that he would first be introduced in the movie, like everybody else.
But I suppose it was going to be you.
Oh, well, you know, one man's void is another man's piece of cake.
She getting ready to fight. She know what time it is.
I like that idea. But, you know, my standards might be a little bit higher in that area than yours. You know, with close personal friends.
I'm sorry, obvious. I couldn't let you get in the way of our mission.
Mission?
Oh, a mission.
Papers are fake. We're all variants. What mission?
It can't have been for nothing. That's why I had to prune you.
She's still with the mission.
I need to my office immediately.
Yeah, sorry, Ivana. That's not going to work out the way you think it is. Now that we know your secret.
What did you do?
Hold on.
Hunter D90 to my office immediately.
Yeah, sorry, Ivana. That's not going to work out the way you think it is. Now that we know your secret.
What did you do?
Ravana down for the cause no matter what. I think Beat 15 is taking them on a wild goose chase.
Stand down, B-15.
You need to listen to me.
No time for that.
Just wait. What the hell is going on here?
Ravana. She brought them in to that office. So when he sees Ravana, he's going to know, uh-oh, that means the one at the TVA is a variant. That's the proof. It's crazy how everyone's reaction, including mine, was, he's black? What? No. I knew Jonathan Majors was black the whole time. What are you talking about? They revealed that Jonathan Majors was going to play Kang a long time ago, so I knew he was going to be black. In the comics, I don't know if he's black. He's blue, but I don't think that's his real skin color. I think that's the mask. So it could have been anybody underneath there. Okay, real cool for Marvel to make a black guy the lead villain in a non-black led series. I was getting ready to say Black Panther, but yeah, you got it. Yeah.
The translator.
Who are you? What the hell are you doing in my school? That isn't Judge Renslayer.
How?
We have a lot to talk about.
So now she got him now.
It's been a long journey for you, Pastor. A lot of running, a lot of pain. And you're a flea on the back of a dragon. In for one hell of a ride. But you did manage to hang on. I guess that counts for something.
I'm not sure you quite understand the situation.
He wasting time.
We found you.
Okay, he found us. What you gonna do?
No. Of course you did. Oh, swing and a miss. So we're still doing that. Let's get on this side of the way.
What's crazy is Loki says you lost, we found you, whatever. Kang's basically saying, okay, and what you gonna do? It's not like you're gonna beat me or something. I know them people mad to see a black man running the TVA in all of time. Yeah, they are. Prejudiced people are mad. Yes, they are mad right now. People thinking that Kang's gonna be is a white guy because he's actually a descendant of Reed Richards from Fantastic Four, who is white. But if he's a distant relative, he could be anything. You know what I mean? He could be an alien in the distant future.
You can't kill me because I already know what's going to happen.
He know. Okay. Look. Remember how at the TVA they had like a little printout of every word that Loki said? Well, they got the script. It's a script. like it's a show. Like it is a show. They got the script showing what's gonna happen. He's like, look, they got every word written that he said down on there. Okay, and you're he makes a weird sound. You're a flea on the back of a dragon, and for one hell of a ride, but you did manage to hang on. I guess that counts for something. Everything he did that just happened is written down here. It's a script. All right, it's funny. That's actually funny. I like that.
It's a pilot's right. Okay. Don't you wonder how I'm able to get out of the way just before you kill me?
No, it's because of that little tempad you have there.
Right. But how do I already have it loaded up with everything I need to know to keep from being killed by you two? It's easy. I know it all. And I've seen it all. Everything you guys did on the Mentis, I saw. All the stuff the TVA didn't know about, I knew. All the scheming.
If he knew, that means
Talking.
all that stuff.
That
He know that little look by the lake. So if he knew all that stuff, right, and it happened, he wanted it to happen. That whole TVA thing might have been just to get those two Lokis there. Everything that happened, he wanted to happen. Because he could have stopped that at any time, right? He wanted them to enchant the dog. I know what you're saying. Why don't he just bring them to where he was at? Because they might have not acted the way he wanted to unless they went through what they went through.
little look by the lake. Quite sentimental, very touching stuff, by the way.
No, we broke out of your little game. That's how we got here.
No, wrong. Every step you took to get here.
Told you.
Lamentus the Void. I paved the road. You just walked down it.
Oh,
And I
man.
have the rest right here. Everything that's going to happen. There's only one way this can go.
Then why are we here?
Come on. No, you can't get to the end until you've been changed by the journey. This stuff it needs to happen to get us all in the right mindset.
Told you. He said exactly what I just said. Because if he would have just brought them in there, they would be completely different people. He had to put them through certain situations in order to get them to act the way he needs them to act. It's that simple. Like if you go through if you deal with a situation today, you might get a different outcome than if you dealt with it tomorrow, because you might be in a different situation, so you'll become a different person.
To finish the quest.
Right. So it's all a game. It's all a manipulation.
Interesting that your head would go to the back. Sylvie!
You think you can trust this guy? And listen to him. Don't listen to him.
Do you think you're even capable of trusting anyone at all?
I think people are ready to hear a little truth now. You know, like the TVA's a lie.
What if it's a necessary one? Someone created the timekeepers. They created this whole place. They gave us all purpose. I have to believe they had a reason.
No, because I've seen the harm waiting for people when they get pruned, and there's nothing necessary about that.
You know what would happen if we didn't prune the timeline?
What?
Chaos. Death.
Free will?
Free will? Only one person gets free will. The one in charge.
Whoa, she in love with the guy. The only one person gets free will, and that's the one in charge. Wow.
Allies to the end. Shut up. That was so beautiful. And then you sent me to die. What happened to you?
Nothing.
Yeah, she's supposed to be my wife. What's going
You didn't
on?
change? You betrayed me.
No, you betrayed me. I looked out for you. Hung my neck out for you. And you suffer a crisis of faith and turn to those variants? Eons of friendship. And you threw it all away on a couple of Lokis. No, Mobius, I didn't betray you.
She's more obsessed with the TVA than anything.
You not see that?
That's what it is.
What I need to do.
Wait, son. But maybe we can build this into something better together.
I'm sorry, Mobius.
I'm not
Said-
gonna let you go.
She said together. She's like, I already know somebody that can help that can help us.
Even with that,
And it's Kane.
you're of no danger to me.
Is that what you think? Let's see.
She beat him.
You're right. Back here again.
He must not be that good of a fighter.
Go ahead.
She ain't gonna prune him. He probably still got the 10 pad on him so he can get right back.
Where are you gonna go?
In search of free will.
She talking about Kane. She said the only person that can have free will is the one at the top, the one that's running things. So she's talking about him. Why are they mad? This is known months. Right. Right. They thought he was going to be blue. Like, why isn't he blue? Why is his skin? Yeah, but if I'm not mistaken, isn't it the suit he in the comic books he wears a helmet, right? I thought the helmet makes his face look blue for whatever reason, and some technology or whatever. I thought that he can't breathe or air, something like that. The air changed in the future, something like that. So when he travels through, yeah, I thought it was a suit that made him blue. He could have been anything underneath it, if I'm not mistaken.
I understand your more objections to what the TVA does. And my methods are deceptive. But the mission never was. Without the me, without the TVA, everything burns.
And what he said, Fredo.
Be.
Oh my God. Yo. Oh my God. They said, what are you so afraid of? He said, me, right? In the comics, there's a younger version of Kang that's good. The older version of Kang is evil. Maybe this is him before he turns evil and he knows it's going to happen. They were worried that Reed Richards might be black since Ravonna Renslayer was made black as was Johnny Storm. Look, Fantastic Four, that doesn't count because that's not part of the MCU. That was Fox that made Human Torch black. Also, Renslayer being black, side character. Is that really a big deal? And she looks more mixed to me. She looks more biracial than anything. I don't know. She probably biracial to me. That's what she looks like. But okay, yeah, they made a POC. I don't see a big issue. I really don't.
And just who are you?
I've been dubbed many names by many people. A ruler. A
Conqueror, the king, the conqueror.
He who remains. A jerk. But it's not as simple as a name. Eons ago, before
that's cool.
TVA, a variant of myself lived on Earth in the 31st century. He was a scientist.
So about 1,000 years ago. I mean, 1,000 years in the future. That's where he's from.
Lived on Earth in the 31st century. He was a scientist, and he discovered that there were universes stacked on top of his own. At the same time, other versions of us were learning the same thing. Naturally.
Meaning that all these Kangs were all like super geniuses. I don't know about all of them, but a lot of them were super geniuses. Wait. I thought that he was talking about a future version of him. Is he saying that there's a variant Kang that's evil? Naturally, they made contact, so they found out about each other. And for a while, there was peace, but then eventually one of them went rogue or something. Okay, younger Kang is Iron Lad. Yes, he's like another version of Iron Man, who decided not to be evil since that was his path, so he rejected it. Middle-aged Kang is the bad one, while the one is Immortus. He is not nice, but will moderate bloodshed. Okay. Yeah. Well, Iron Lad knows he's going to turn evil. He's just like, wow, I can't believe I'm actually going to become evil. He knows it's going to happen. It's weird to, like, if you know you're a great person, but then you know that you know for a fact that you're going to become evil. It's like, okay, what's going to turn me that way? Because I know as of right now, there's nothing that would do that. Or I know right now I wouldn't do that. Or I don't think I would. That's got to be nerve-wracking.
For a while, there was peace. Narcissistic congratulatory piece. I love your shoes. I love your hair. Oh man, nice nose. Thanks, man. Etc. They share technology, knowledge, using the best of their
The Council of Kings.
The others. However,
that's what that was. Basically, like the Council of Reed, it was the Council of Kings. He's basically like Rick from Rick and Morty.
Using the best of their universes to improve the others. However, not every version of me was so pure of heart. Some of us, new worlds meant only one thing: new lands to be conquered. The peace between realities.
They could change Kang for the MCU. This guy might be a good guy. I don't know. He might not be. But remember, in the comics, it might be different in the MCU. It might be an actual variant of Kang that they're fighting against. Okay, let's see. They were good and bad Kangs, which are the Council of Kings. They called it the Council of Kings. I know Council of Reeds, but I didn't know if there was actually called Council of Kings. Kang is super rich. Is a super rich time traveler. Yes, basically.
Right. Into all out war.
He's basically Iron Man.
Serve their universe and annihilate the others. This is almost the end, ladies and gentlemen, of everything and everyone.
And then the timekeepers came along and saved us.
All of them have timekeepers, probably. The Kangs, well, no, the other Kangs might think differently. They might have something else.
No. No. So this is where we diverge from the dogma. That first variant encountered a creature created from all the tears in reality, capable of consuming time and space itself. A creature you both know.
Goliath.
Bingo. I harnessed the beast's power and began experimenting on it.
I weaponized Goliath. And I ended the multiversal war. Once I isolated our timeline, all I have to do is manage the flow of time and prevent any further branches. Hence, the TVA.
Oh! It makes sense now. Oh, man. He was fighting with other versions of himself, variants, right? So he invented the TVA to keep the time stream from diverging, because if it does, that means another Kang from a different time, from a different dimension or whatever, can come into that universe. That's what I'm thinking. That's what it sounds like. It's not to when they say it's to keep the universe from being destroyed or whatever, he's talking about by himself. He's trying to keep his other selves out. I think the bad Kang is the one who hired the gangster in Ant-Man too. Really?
Hence the timekeepers in a high.
Let me rewind a little.
Manage the flow of time and prevent any further branches. Hence, the TVA. Hence, the timekeepers in a highly efficient bureaucracy. Hence, agents and agents of cosmic harmony. Hence, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
They came to kill the devil. Right?
I think he went mad after all this time.
I keep you safe. And if you think I'm evil,
See the variant version of me.
this way.
unique mind. There it is.
Yup, told you.
That's the gambit. Stifling order or cataclysmic chaos. You may hate the dictator, but something far worse is going to fill that void if you oppose it.
I've lived a million lifetimes.
And that's why he's all weird.
Every scenario. This is the only way. TVA. It works.
Or you're a liar.
Or I'm a liar.
He said, my variants are worse than Thanos.
So you just continue to prune innocent timelines.
Mm-mm. You two would. There's two options. One, you kill me and destroy all this, and you don't just have one devil, you have an infinite amount. Or you two run the thing.
You're lying. Why would you give up being in control?
Buddy. Tired.
Millions of years.
And I'm older. Older than I look. This game is for the young, the hungry. I've gone through a lot of scenarios.
I actually like this backstory for him.
Person to take the spot.
I like this backstory for him. He's Rick from Rick and Morty. You know how Rick invented that gun, the little time. I mean the teleportive ray or whatever, and became like the master of the universe or something like that. Well, he discovered how to get the different dimensions and became master of the universe. But then the other Ricks went evil, or I don't know if all the other Ricks went evil, but some of them are. That means the evil ones probably wiping out the good ones. Yeah, so basically it sounds like Rick to me, which is good.
Find the right person to take the spot. It turns out that person came into.
He wanted them to take over.
You two. So, no more lies. You kill me, and the sacred timeline is completely exposed. Multiversal war. Or you take over.
Multiversal war.
Return to the TVA as its benevolent rulers. Tell the workforce who they are and why they do what they do.
You treated real people's lives like some kind of game.
It's not personal. It's practical.
It was personal to me.
Grow up! Grow up, Sylvie! Murderer! Hypocrite! We're all villains here. We've all done horrible, terrible, horrific things. But now, you.
It's weird when people get mad about that. Like, I'd rather everybody just get annihilated than you stop one person from having their free will. Come on, man. What choice would you make?
Have a chance to do them for a good reason.
Whoa, what's going on? Another king is coming.
We just crossed the threshold.
The other Kang's coming. That's what I think.
So I fibbed earlier when I said I know how everything is going to go. I knew everything up to a certain point, and that point was about
Just now.
7, 8, 9, 10 seconds ago.
Meaning we could take you out right now.
But now I have no idea how the rest of this is going to go. I'm being candid.
The timeline is splitting too. It's branching.
That's it. This is what happens at the end of time. And now you're just going to sit there with all that freedom and let us decide your fate. Yes. 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 What's the worst that can happen? You either take over and my life's work continues, or you plunge your blade in my chest and an infinite amount of me start another multiversal war, and I just end up right back here anyways. Reincarnation, baby.
How'd he get reincarnated?
It's just another lie. Another manipulation.
Oh, no lie. No manipulation.
I don't think it's going to be him that's going to be the villain in the Ant-Man. I think that it's his variant that's going to be the villain.
I love this. I love all this honesty.
He just laid his watch on the table. I don't know what it's going to do. That's that Rolex. She went right at him.
Let's talk about it.
Well, how about we finish what we started and kill him?
What if he's saying the truth?
So what?
I believe him.
You believe what? That a bazillion boogeymen are going to turn up just because we give people free will?
Yeah.
Liar, Loki.
So am I. And I don't think he was lying. Not about that. Insane, yes. But maybe he was saying the truth.
He told you. It said insane, yes. I think after so long of him being alive, doing so many things, he went berserk. What you call him? Also in the MCU as well. Same thing happened with who was it? Ghost Rider. I think it was Frank Castle who is the Punisher. After he was alive for so long, I think he was living in solitude for so long, all this other stuff, that he just went psycho. Like, that's what I think is going on with Kang. Like, his mind is kind of messed up after, a million years. You know what I mean?
Better hurry. Timeline's already branching.
What are you suggesting?
Better hurry. Timeline's already branching.
Are you listening to what you're saying? That's the gambit. Remove the dictator and what fills the void.
You want the throne?
No.
Oh, man.
No.
I don't believe you.
So if the universe is in balance, everything we know to be true. Everything. I know the TVA has hurt us both. But what if by taking him out, we risk unleashing something even worse? All I'm suggesting is we just take a minute to think about it.
Yeah, I messed up. No, Ghost Rider Frank Castle's not MCU. Ghost Rider Frank Castle is in the comics, Marvel. He's in the Marvel universe in the comics. I said MCU by accident. MCU means it's got to be a movie. It's a cinematic universe. But he's in the comics, should I say. Sorry about that.
I promise you from my heart, this isn't about a throne.
Was I thinking trusting you?
Ah, she don't believe him.
This whole thing been a con?
Really? That's what you think of me? After all this time? Sure, why not? Evil Loki's master plan comes together. Well, you never trusted me, did you? What was the point?
I think they actually are going to take out Kang, right? And that's going to be an introduction of the evil Kang to come. And that's going to be the start of Ant-Man, the Ant-Man sequel. They probably going to show a snippet at the end. They might.
Don't you see? This is bigger than our experience.
Why aren't we seeing this the same way?
Because you can't trust. And I can't be trusted.
Then I guess we're in a pickle.
So we wait. Wait.
I think Sylvie just want revenge. That's what it come down to.
Maybe he's not. The cost of getting this wrong is too great.
Fine. Do it! Kill me! Take the throne!
No.
She just said, take your throne, take her out, and then take the throne. If he really was just about that, he could have did it just then. So if that's the case, she should know that he ain't lying. She's not really thinking. She just wants revenge on Kang. That's it.
Stop. Stop.
When Ravonna gonna show up?
I've been where you are. I've felt what you feel. Don't ask me how I know.
And Mortis is so happy to unleash his variants of him that is almost makes no sense why he even tried to protect the sacred timeline from them by staying on the job. I don't know if that's actually true. I don't. He could be saying that to get them. Like when he said that he doesn't know what's going to happen after a certain point. Who's to say that point passed already? He could have been lying. He might have needed to say that to get them. You know what I mean? I'm not exactly sure. But he might be trying. I mean, he might really be trying to save the universe. And if that's the case, then taking the risk of actually getting your head chopped off is worth it, right? I mean, because look, even if he, let's say, what else should he do? You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. What else should he do? I don't see the other options. You got to take a risk. Remember, he said he don't know what's happening after a certain point. Well, if he doesn't know, then he got to take a risk at that point. It's sort of like playing Minesweeper. That first hit got to be a risk. Got to take a gamble. And then sometimes you get to a point where you're stuck, then you got to take another gamble.
All I know is I don't want to hurt you. I don't want a throne.
He want her. He gave them two choices. Take his place to continue his work or delete him because he said after 1,000,000 years of living, he is tired. Yeah. But you don't know if he's saying that on, to get them to do what he wants them to do or whatever. But it looks like he's trying to save the universe. So meaning at this point, he's looking at it like, okay, I save the universe or the universe gets destroyed. But when the universe gets destroyed, he's no longer alive. So what difference does it make? But you got to take the gamble. I don't know if he's happy. He said he's tired, but I don't know if he's happy about. I don't know. He's giving him a chance to let him live, right? Why didn't he just take himself out? I think it's a little more complicated than he just wants to, get knocked off. Here you go. That was nasty. She about to turn around and chop his head off. See, told you, I'm not you. Now she about to release Kang.
Incredible.
Are you gonna beg for your life?
Good.
She did it. Eternity is boredom. He said, see you soon. He talking about his variants. Now, she did that. She like, I want revenge after my whole life of him playing games with my whole life, which is true. But destroying the entire universe? When he said see you soon, he's talking about his other variants. The dude's off his rocker. He already said that. Yeah, eternity messed his mind up. He's too old. He lived for way too long. So, yeah, this I knew it. They're gonna knock him off, and the variance is coming. So he's not. To be honest, he really isn't Kang the Conqueror. This guy is Kang, but he's not Kang the Conqueror. The Conqueror is coming. It's not him. It's his variant is going to be it. Okay, do not want to give the full story on Kang Immortus version, but in the comics, the Timekeepers knew of Kang, but gave this specific one a job, which is twisted, which is twisted of the MCU. Okay. She's like, I had to. I don't care if the universe gets destroyed. I got to get you. Man, if I found that out, if I found that the universe was on the line, I'm not going to sit there and take the guy's head. Forget that. Now, what's going on? Here's another problem, though. What about the other Kangs? Wouldn't the other Kangs be like, wouldn't they not be in the right state of mind either? Maybe that's why. That might be another reason why. After all this time, even some of the good Kangs be like this guy is off their rocker. Meaning the evil ones are probably way more evil. Okay, do not want to give the full. Already read that. Gang. Kang. You mean Kang. Okay, now they got branches going. Council of Kings is coming.
Turning back now.
Who said anything about turning back?
For all time.
Always.
He knew that was going to happen. She just was too mad. She needed to get her revenge. Basically, she pulled the Star-Lord. Remember, Star-Lord was so mad he messed it up with Thanos? He's like, I'm so mad, I don't care what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm wondering that. Santan says, where's the branch where I'm a millionaire? Shit, I wish it was a couple branches where I'm a billionaire. Immortus is a deterrent gatekeeper to keep all kings at bay because good or bad, they are very smart as well dangerous. Makes sense. Even if you're not evil, you could, if you performing all these different experiments and playing with time and whatnot, you could cause a lot of damage.
That's what, 63 new branches in this unit alone?
Does he want us to just let them all branch?
Well, at this point, how are we even going to stop it? We can't! What? What'd you say?
It's done, Mobius. We made a terrible mistake.
What's done?
We freed the timeline. We found him. Beyond the storm. A citadel at the end of time. He's terrifying. He planned everything. He's seen everything. He knows everything. It's complicated, okay? But
It's complicated.
Countless different versions of a very dangerous person, and they're all set on war. We need to prepare.
Take it easy. You're an analyst, right? What division are you from? What are you talking about? Who are you? What's your name?
Boots on the ground now, archives.
He's in the wrong timeline. He's in the wrong branch. He's in the wrong branch. Yo! He's in the branch timeline where Kang is and he's wearing the actual Kang suit. The Kang they saw wasn't wearing the suit. Kang is actually ruling over the TVA in this time. He's in a different branch. Or Kang, the evil Kang went back in time and changed the TVA or something. Because he's right there. It's got to be some scene after the credits. Gotta be. Let me skip a little bit through this. I'm gonna skip through this a little bit. All right. Okay. Loki will return in season 2. That's it. It just said Loki will return in season 2. That's it. No, I think memory wipe. What you mean memory wipe? Okay, hold on. Let me read this. Okay, man, the actress is going to hate Man, the actress is going to hate better go off social media since like with what happened with Star-Lord. You mean that they were getting on Chris Pratt like super hard because of what he did as Star-Lord, and they getting ready to go after Sylvie now because of that? Because she said, I don't care, I need my revenge. I don't care if everybody gets annihilated. As long as I get my revenge, it's worth it. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Some fans can be stupid since this is a story, not reality. Yeah. Some people really like that. Like, they'll see what's his name? Lawrence Fishburne and be mad at him about what he did as Ike Turner. It's a movie. You was beating Tina. And he's gonna be like, no, that was a movie that I didn't actually do it. And they're like, nah, you did it. I know somebody that was mad at Common. She said he gave that kid a gun. I'm like, that was a movie. And she said, so what? He didn't have to play that role. Now it's going to be grown-ups giving kids guns because of that movie. I'm like, what? Are you serious? She was dead serious too. Which they should be grateful because of Sylvie and that she gave them all them new Marvel movies related to time and reality. Oh, you saying this is the jump off point for all the time shenanigans in the MCU? Well, not all of them, but the ones coming later. No scene, just a stamp for season 2. Yup. Where's Gator King? Gator King. Right. Where's Eddie King? That's what I want to know. Where's Eddie King? There probably is a Gator King, but if it's a Gator King, it's probably not that bright. But yeah, like I said, this is pretty much Rick. Rick is so smart. If there's an evil one, they'd just destroy the universe if they wanted to. Not only that, like he's like I was saying, all these kings living for so long. Man. Wait, he said the original one was he said was from the 31st century Earth, right? So that's the one from our timeline is the original one. Or is that the original universe or something? Or maybe he just was just saying, hey, I don't know why he bring up that one. Maybe that was the original. Maybe the one that Sylvie took out is the most king of all kings. He's the most king. Like, remember the most Rick of all of them is our Rick. Maybe he's the most king of all of them. Are they going to mix it up with the what if until the movies come up? I don't know. Rick is the real villain. Yeah. In Rick and Morty, Rick is the villain. Yes, he is. Anyway, go ahead and leave your comments, like the video, subscribe, because I can't eat. I'm broke. You got the power to change that. Peace.